This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. For all your transportation needs, see Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota as they celebrate 65 years of serving the area.
All right, back here at Altamont as we get set for the second game of the day, our final day at the 88th National Trail Conference Basketball Tournament. You just heard South Central pick up the 7th place game victory over Cowden Herrick Beecher City, which means that we are getting ready for North Clay and Windsor Stew-Stras. This is the Consolation Championship game, otherwise known as the 5th place game. But, Matt and I had a little conversation about that last night. Consolation Championship just has a little better ring to it. But the bottom line is that whoever wins this will finish 5th in our tournament, and it is the number 5 seed, the North Clay Cardinals, participating in this game, along with number 7, Windsor Stew-Stras. Windsor Stew-Stras got their tournament started. They played Altamont on Tuesday night. The second-seeded Indians got the 71-44 win. That was a bit of a one-sided game. And then Windsor Stew-Stras had to come back and play Neoga on Thursday night in a consolation quarterfinal. They outlasted Neoga, came back from behind to win that game 49-44. And then the next night, last night, they beat South Central 44-30 in another game that they trailed at halftime. Trailed by as many as 13 points in that game, but came back with a 14-point win. And so now they're playing for the third time in as many days with a chance to finish 5th in this tournament with the Consolation Championship. For North Clay, they got things started in the quarterfinal level, played a really good game with St. Elmo Brownstown, a 73-62 final there on Wednesday night. So that dropped them onto the consolation side of the bracket, where they got another battle on Thursday night. They played CHBC, beat them 61-52 in a very hotly contested game. They get themselves a day off, and now here they are in the consolation championship game. Hatchets come in with a record of 11-12. North Clay up to 7-14, and we've talked about it, Matt, that North Clay didn't have a great record coming into this tournament, but there was obviously some respect shown to them by the coaches who voted on the seeding to put them in the 5 spot, and they've kind of shown that that's where they belong.
Yeah, I mean, they've worked their way into the consolation championship game, which is how the seeds have held throughout the week. This is kind of where they were seated. Not that they didn't give a good effort in their opening game when they fell to St. Elmo Brownstown 73-62, and we all know how good the SEB Eagles are, so no shame in a loss to them there as well.
Yeah, it's really just we've found that as we've moved on through this tournament, we've had some pretty competitive matchups, and this one here that we're getting ready for should be no different. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups from this game, as both teams have stopped their warm-ups and they're getting ready to announce them on the floor. And it's going to be, if you've been listening and watching, it's going to be the same group of starters that you have seen for these clubs throughout the tournament. It is going to be Windsor Stew-Stras, the visiting team on the scoreboard today. They're going to have Connor Manhart, the 5'10 senior wearing number 10. He will start for them, averaging about 13 points a game coming into this tournament. He has scored 17 in Windsor Stew-Stras' 3 contests so far. Aiden Sayers is a 6'1 sophomore. He wears number 12. He has scored 8 points in the tournament thus far. He averages 5 a game for them, but Coach Shane Smith mentioned it during his post-game interview yesterday. Aiden, solid with the ball in his hands, helps keep that offense moving along and just does the things he needs to do. So he's a lot more to his game than just the points on the board. Jackson Gergel has been doing the scoring for the Hatchets. The 6'1 junior wearing number 15 has scored 43 points in the 3 tournament games, 16.5 a game for the season for him. Nathaniel Gracie, 29 points in the tournament so far. The 6'3 senior wears number 22, averaging just a touch under 9 on the year. He made some big shots for this team whenever they were being covered up. Whenever Manhart and Gergel were being covered up, he made some big third-quarter shots against South Central yesterday to help propel Windsor Stew-Stras into the lead. Brody Hendrickson, a 6'2 senior wearing number 50, averaging 3.5 points a game. He has scored 18 in the tournament so far. So those are your 5 playing for Shane Smith to start and the Hatchets get 11-12 on the year. For Josh Zink and the 7-14 North Clay Cardinals, Cody Zimdars is going to get the start. He is a sophomore for them. He is averaging 15.2 points per game, scored 44 so far in the tournament. That's over 2 games for North Clay. So he's had a couple of really nice efforts on the scoring side of things for the Cardinals. Ethan Kinsler, number 3, he is a senior who has scored 19 points in 2 games for the Cardinals, averaging 7 a game this season. It's going to be Gavin Hosselton. He's a junior wearing number 25. 5 points a game for him, but 17 in the 2 games. And then Jesse Widener, he's another senior. He wears number 30. 7 points a game for him, and he's been right there at that average as he has scored 14 in the tournament. And then finally, Carter Walden. He is a big sophomore in there wearing number 32, 11 points a game this year, 24 points in 2 tournament efforts so far. So those are your starting lineups. It's North Clay, it's Windsor Stew-Stras, and somebody is going to be your consolation champion in 32 minutes of game action here, Matt.
It's going to be interesting to see how Windsor Stew-Stras handles the changing defenses that the North Clay Cardinals like to throw at them, as well as handling the ball pressure that can be thrown at them as well. But Windsor Stew-Stras can be effective out on the perimeter, but they can also get some scoring inside. And like you said, Hendrickson has really stepped up this week and provided a nice punch in there to go along with Gracie.
Yeah, and you know, they've already seen some different looks because Yoga threw that triangle into it. Them took them a while to adjust, but they figured it out and got the win. And then South Central did some of the same stuff, and they made the adjustment there as well. But it is North Clay winning the tip, and we are playing basketball here. Consolation championship of the 88th National Trail Conference Tournament. North Clay works it in the paint. Get a good look there, and the shot is just missed by Carter Walden, and Hendrickson pops in there for the rebound. So pretty good opening possession for North Clay, but it does not result in a bucket.
Yeah, they did a good job of working against the zone defensively. The Cardinals open up in what appears to be a straight man-to-man.
Sayers driving in, contested shot off the glass, and Aiden Sayers has got the first 2 points of the game, and that was a pretty good, pretty hotly contested look there from the right block. So North Clay basketball, Kinsler holding out top, gets it over to Zimdars, back to Kinsler. Kinsler surveying the Stew-Stras or the Windsor Stew-Stras defense. They've got it to Zimdars in the corner, almost stepped out of bounds on the sideline. And then as he drove in, was bumped by a hatchet. That's going to be Nathaniel Gracie picking up his first.
Yeah, he and Manhart were both there, and Gracie picks up the early foul. First for either team.
First minute of the consolation championship here in Altamont. Trying to trigger the inbound as Gavin Hosselton gets it into Walden, back to Hosselton, now to Zimdars on the wing. Thought about a 3, stepped in, tough shot from 18 feet. Boy, that's a high degree of difficulty, but he got the baseline jumper to go. He's just a pure shooter.
He just stops and rises straight up, and he does so quickly. It's so tough to defend, even though there were a couple of guys right there.
Yeah, the sophomore's not a big kid, but he can get up on that jumper, and like you said, the quick release does him a lot of favors too, so we're tied at 2. At the free throw line, Hendrickson pops for a jumper. That's no good. Rebound batted around, and finally Zimdars comes out with it. Hassled a little bit. Ball is free, but getting it is Hosselton up ahead to Widener, and then across the lane to Carter Walden. So kind of a busted play there, but North Clay uses the disarray to their advantage on the fast break.
If Hosselton threw that ball ahead to Widener on purpose, then that was amazing. It was so perfect as he was diving on the floor and rolling and knocking it ahead. If he didn't, what a lucky throw. But either way, it ends up in 2 points for the Cardinals.
Then the Hatchets tried to get it up the floor, had it knocked away out of bounds. They triggered the inbound. Gracie trying to wrap around dribble on Widener. Widener knocked it away from him and then went half the court distance to the floor, got the breakaway layup, and the Cardinals are up 4 early, 6-2.
And another bad bounce for the Hatchets as Gracie lost it, but then it hit off the heel of his foot and popped straight up in the air to Widener, making it easier for him to head down to the other end.
So it'll be Windsor Stew-Stras trying to set up the offense, trailing by 4. Hendrickson dribbles it out to the top, waiting for everybody to get where they need to be. Probably the most he's dribbled at one time in this entire tournament. Gets it off to Gergel, and now Gracie holds it out on the wing. He's being guarded closely by Jesse Widener, and now there's a pass out top, but Kinsler gets the steal. He's going to cruise in for the layup. He has got 2, and Coach Shane Smith says this is not the start we wanted. So with 5:33 to go, Windsor Stew-Stras will take the 30-second break. It is North Clay 8, Hatchets 2, consolation championship here on 97.9 XFM.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org.
That's what we had back here at Altamont. 5:33 to go in the first quarter, and Shane Smith, the Windsor Stew-Stras coach, had 6 timeout. His team's down 8-2, and they just haven't. They've had a lot of turnovers early.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers that led directly to baskets, and that's always a problem.
Connor Manhart going to try with the answer. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Aiden Sayers, though. He crashes in. His shot off the mark. Now this rebound belongs to Jesse Widener for the Cardinals. He'll try to bring it up the floor himself, gets it to Zimdars. He pulls up just inside the free throw line. Jumper rattles around and goes. Zimdars got 4, and it's an 8-point lead now for the Cardinals.
Well, if Cardinals don't miss a shot again, it's going to be difficult to beat them. They missed the very first shot of the game. Since then, 5 for 5 from the floor.
Jackson Gergel steps in on the baseline. Nice little move. Ooh, he stepped out, then back in. Hit that runner. He's got 2, and that's needed that bucket.
Yeah, they need one. They get it from Gergel. That's their go-to man.
Gergel's got 2. Cardinal basketball. They're up a half dozen. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. Widener holds out top. Now gets it to Zimdars in the corner. Back out to Widener. 3-pointer on the way, and it is good. Jesse Widener's got 5, and North Clay is shooting the ball extremely well. They're up 13-4.
Basically, all the looks are pretty good looks to shoot as they are moving the ball well and taking advantage of those open opportunities.
Here's Gergel now. Didn't use the screen, went the other way. High off the glass, though. His shot is off the mark. Rebound comes down to Widener, pushing it up the floor quickly as North Clay. Zimdars got off his feet, then tried to throw it behind him to Carter Walden, who saved it at the timeline. Back to Zimdars, driving in now, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. So even when things break a little bit for North Clay, they're still getting themselves a chance at the free throw line.
Well, Walden did a great job to keep that ball inbounds when he was along the sideline, headed towards the timeline, and then still had the presence of mind to be able to rifle a pass to Zimdars, who exploded down the baseline and drew the foul on Hendrickson, his first, team's second.
Zimdars makes the first of 2 free throws as Colton Bridges will check in for the first time for the Hatchets. Hendrickson takes a seat, and Zimdars will try for the second free throw. It's already a 10-point game. And his second is also good. Half dozen for Cody, and an 11-point advantage now, 15-4 for the Cardinals. Now Windsor Stew-Stras has fallen behind in pretty much every first quarter of this tournament, but they're kind of in the danger zone early here. Here's an open 3 for Gergel. From the wing is no good. Good rebound for Bridges, though. Gets it to a teammate. Finally, they find it to Gergel, who throws one up. That one is off the mark as well. Carter Walden with the rebound that time. So Stew-Stras gets a couple of bites at the apple there. Can't make either one go. Cardinal basketball, 11-point lead, 3.5 minutes in this first quarter. We've got it out on the wing. Kinsler bounces down one to Hoffman. Skips one out to Zimdars. Open 3. That one is off the mark. So the Cardinals miss a jumper. And the rebound comes down to Bridges. But crashing in, losing the basketball is Jackson Gergel. Coming out of the fray with it is Ryland Rinker, who got into the game. And he was fouled as he tried to take it back to the basket.
Boy, you talk about a wild scramble when that ball got loose in the lane. Everybody seemed to have a hand on it. Finally, Ryland Rinker came out of there with it. And as he was trying to get to the basket, he was fouled by Gavin Hosselton. Be the first foul on the Cardinals.
So Windsor Stew-Stras will inbound on the baseline under its own basket. Gergel gets it into the corner to Manhart, over to Bridges, and now they work it over to Gergel in the other corner. There's Bridges, and he takes an elbow jumper, left it a little short, and going in for the rebound is Zimdars for the Cardinals. He'll push it up the floor himself. Dribble got a little high on him, though, and he will be called for the walk as he is guilty of North Clay's first turnover.
Couple of subs coming in for the Hatchets. Returning is Brody Hendrickson and Nathaniel Gracie, as Aiden Sayers will sit and Ryland Rinker will head back to the Hatchets bench.
Gracie going to inbound around midcourt. He's got the ball, and he is going to have to throw it across the floor to Hendrickson. Hendrickson doesn't want to dribble, looking to someone to hand to. Now he does dribble up to the top. Now he's picked it up again. Not sure what he's going to do with it. Gets it out high post to Bridges. Out to Gracie. Gracie on the wing. working on Jesse Widener, and then Widener reached as Gracie crossed him over.
Nice little move by Gracie, and Widener knew it. As soon as the whistle blew, he was guilty of the foul, his first, team second, with 2:44 to play in the first.
So now Gracie will inbound on the other side of midcourt. And again, throws it into Hendrickson. Hendrickson gets one over to Gergel. He steps back for a three and knocks it down. And boy, that is a bucket that they had needed pretty badly. Gergel's got 5, and he gets the Windsor Stew-Stras back within 8.
Faked right, went back left, squared up, and buried it.
2:27 in the first quarter. North play with the ball and the 8-point lead. Working it around the top right now. Not in any sort of a hurry as Windsor Stew-Stras is back in the zone.
Yeah,
holding it out the center circle there is Kinsler.
Yeah, they're just playing catch. They say, hey, we're up by 8, but
now they try to throw it over the top. Kinsler tried to throw it over the top of Gergel. Gergel popped it out of there, brings it up the floor himself, gets it to Gracie. Gracie thought about the top of the key three, instead drives in traffic, puts up a shot, hits off the mark, but Gracie was fouled. He'll go to the line.
A little bit of a late whistle there. Not saying it wasn't the right call, but the ball was already off the boards and headed back down when the foul was whistled. Walden picked up his first, and it's the team's third, with Gracie going to the line for a couple.
Mason Byers goes to the scorer's table, so he'll check in after the first free throw as Gracie missed it.
See who checks out. Gavin Hosselton will have a seat. I like Byers. He's a nice young player for this ball club to come off the bench. He's well built and seems to understand the game pretty well.
He is just a sophomore. Does a good job, like you said. Gracie had 0 for 2 trips to the line, and Byers immediately gets a rebound. Gets it up to Zimdars, but he's trapped at midcourt. Got to get rid of it. Throws it, lost the pass up. Kinsler able to come away with it, and then they get an open three for Widener. In and out, but it's a strong side rebound, crashing across the lane. Zimdars was able to pull it down, and then as he was going back up, he was fouled. So had to get beat on the glass, and that results in a couple of charity stripe shots for Zimdars.
Where Zimdars came from and where he ended up grabbing that rebound made that special, as he just kind of got in on the strong side, as you said, when it circled around. There really wasn't anything left to do but foul him, or else they were going to give up an easy basket, and it turns out to be Colton Bridges' first foul and the team's third.
Bridges will sit down. Sayers gets back in for him, and Zimdars makes the first of 2 free throws. He makes another. He can get his team back up double digits. It's been as much as an 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Zimdars is true on the second. Another 2 for 2 trip for him. He's got 8, and it is 17-7. Cardinals with the lead, 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Out on the wing, now up top they get it to Manhart. Manhart to Sayers, and now Gergel trying to work on his man. That is Byers guarding him out top to Gracie. Now they're going to get a mid-range shot, and that is Hendrickson who knocked it down. Brody Hendrickson's first 2 points of the game, and he has shown the ability throughout this tournament to hit that shot from around the elbow.
It's going to be open with the way North Play's playing defense. They're just leaving Carter Walden in the lane, telling him not to guard out there on the perimeter, and so far that's worked out.
Skip pass gone awry for the Cardinals. It is Gracie with the pickoff, and nobody between him and the basket on the other end. Breakaway bucket for him, 2 points. And that is the third Cardinal turnover. Back to a 6-point game under a minute to go in the opening period. Play dumps it down into Byers in the paint. He dribbles back out. Widener has it. Widener drives in, pulls up from the elbow. That shot is off the mark, and crashing in for the board is Gergel. So Windsor Stew-Stras can get a little closer. They've been down by as many as 11. It's a 6-point game now. Manhart pulls up for a 2-point jumper, left that one very short after a North Play player over-pursued on the pass to him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to go. And then after the rebound, was it a tie-up or was it a foul?
It's a foul. Widener grabbed the ball, and a foul issued against the Hatchets. And Jackson Gergel picks up his first. So it's 4 team fouls for the Hatchets, but they spread them around among 4 different players.
Yeah, it would be a bad foul in the first quarter if it was your second. Mm-hmm. If it's your first, you're being aggressive, I think.
Yeah, going for an offensive rebound. Yeah, I can live with it. Zimdars is going to sit down for the North Play. They bring in a freshman that sees a lot of time for him for a freshman, Lucas Griffey.
So Griffey's out there. Cardinals ball, 25 seconds left. It is Widener holding it right now. Now Byers on the wing. He's being guarded closely by Gracie. Griffey had it out top, gets it into Kinsler in the paint, tried to rise on a shot, got affected a little bit by Brody Hendrickson defensively and came back down without shooting the ball, and they say he traveled. I don't know that Hendrickson didn't get a hand on that basket.
Yeah, he definitely did, and he knocked it away from Kinsler, and yes, Kinsler went up and came down with it, but they knocked it away in between. A little bit of a tough call, but it goes against the Cardinals.
Hatchets have it on their end of the floor. 6 seconds left. Driving the baseline is Sayers. Runs out of room. Has to get it out of there. It's going to have to be a quick shot, and Gracie does not get it off in time as the North Clay defense prevents Windsor Stew-Stras from getting a shot off before the buzzer. So North Clay led by as many as 11 in that first quarter. Windsor Stew-Stras tightens it up a little bit, but they still trail by 6. After one period of this Constellation Championship, it is North Clay 17, Windsor Stew-Stras 11. Back in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Mm-hmm. 17-11, North Clay leads Windsor Stew-Stras. After a quarter, it'll be Hatchet basketball to get our second period underway. Gergel gets it up high to Hendrickson, back over to Gergel on the wing. Calling for the screen, gets it from Hendrickson, pulls up for a long two. Too strong, but followed his own miss, and the lefty layup is good. Gergel follows his own shot, gets it to go. He's got 7, and the Hatchets are within 4.
Well, it can't be that easy to follow your own shot, especially when you shoot it from the free throw line, but Gergel got there. Credit him with the effort to cut it to a 4-point contest.
North Clay got Zimdars back into the game to start this second quarter. Now Byers has it, and he gets it in the hands of Griffey. So it's a young lineup out there right now for these Cardinals. A couple of sophomores and a freshman.
Three sophomores.
3 sophomores and freshmen. Zimdars pulls the trigger on the top of the key 3. He can't hit it. Sayers with a strong rebound. They push it up. Manhart wants to go one-on-one with Byers. Byers, though, cuts him off, so he gets it to Hendrickson. Hendrickson, an off-balance shot there from 8 feet. He can't get it to go. Zimdars with the rebound. He'll bring it all the way up. Pulls up at the elbow. Nobody stopped him. He missed the shot. But there's the rebound for Mason Byers. His putback is good, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Byers had great position, understanding that the shot off of Zimdars is probably going to come off soft. He's such a good shooter that you know, even when they miss, it's usually not a miss that rockets off the rim. He got good position and got fouled by Aiden Sayers. So he picked up his first in the first of the quarter for the Hatchet.
Hey, tell me about some of those first quarter stats, Matt.
6 of 10 from the floor was North Clay, 4 of 4 at the free throw line, and they were 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Windsor Stew-Stras 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 2 at the free throw line, and 1 of 2 from long range. The North Clay Cardinals out-rebounded them 7-5, and 2 turnovers for the Hatchets, 4 for the Cardinals.
Byers missed the free throw, so he can't convert the three-point play. Colton Bridges with a rebound. It'll be Hatchet's ball. They're down 6. Bridges has it right now, hands to Gergel. Gergel backs it out to the elbow, and now he'll look to drive again. No room there, though, as a couple of different players cut him off, so he'll get it over to Sayers in the left corner. Sayers drives around to the wing, just inside the arc, out top to Gracie. Now Bridges has it, tries to bounce the pass out to Gracie. It was knocked away, but Windsor Stew-Stras is able to maintain possession. So they'll reset things as Gracie holds it out top. Gets it into driving Gergel. Tough shot from the free throw line, and he was obliged by a North Clay Cardinal who fouled him in the act. That's a low percentage shot that you're fouling him on there.
Well, he moved to the elbow of the free throw lane, tried to rise up, and got fouled by Hosselton. Hosselton's second personal and the team's first. So Gergel goes to the line for a couple of free throws, and Coach Zink is making the point that my man was straight up, and he's the one who came into that guy, but he does have Hosselton with 2 fouls on the court, and apparently he's going to leave him out there.
Gurgle makes the first free throw. He's got 8. Hosselton, a good defender, you know. He's not going to score you a lot of points, but still an important player for Josh Sink, so he'll roll the dice. Keep him out there. Gurgle has a 2-for-2 trip. 9 points for Gurgle, and they had back within 4. 6:06 showing on the second quarter clock. Dimdars picks it up, gets it over to Widener. Widener out top. Now putting up a 3 is Carter Walden from a step beyond the arc. Didn't knock it down, and then Gracie ripping that rebound away. He was not the first person to get a hand on that basketball, but he was the last one to have one.
Yeah, and Hosselton had to back off because he didn't want to pick up his third foul once Gracie got a handle on him.
But then Gracie gets trapped out in midcourt, tries to throw it across, can't do it. Pass picked off and going down to the other end of the floor is Mason Byers off the first Hatchet turnover at the quarter, and the Cardinals back up 6.
Boy, you love the present for the Cardinals, but the future is awfully bright as well.
Now Sayers driving on the baseline, lost the handle on the basketball momentarily, recovers and puts it up off the left side of the glass. That is 4 for Sayers, and the Hatchets back within 4 again.
Youth being served lately in this game, and Sayers is just a sophomore scoring that bucket.
He dumped it down into the paint, catching it under the basket as Hosselton had nowhere to go, but he was fouled on the floor. I think it's going to be Gracie grabbing that foul.
It will be. It's his second, so we'll see 3 subs come in, 1 for North Clay. It's going to be Kinsler replacing Hosselton. Gracie will sit with his second foul as Hendrickson comes in for him, and now Sayers will have a seat as Manhart returns.
With Ryland, Rinker, Manhart, Hendrickson, Bridges, and Gurgle on the floor for the Hatchets right now. Mason Byers getting set to inbound. His teammates out on the floor right now are Kinsler, Widener, Walden, and Cody Zimdars, who flashed out for that inbound pass. Instead, they get it out to Kinsler up top, back into the hands of Zimdars. Kinsler fakes a 3. Zimdars fakes a 3. Now pulls up just inside the arc. That shot off the target, and Gurgle gets the long rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Windsor Stew-Stras with a chance to get as close as they've been in a while. It's going to be Manhart with a corner 3, and he got it. Off the pass from Gurgle, Manhart scores for the first time, and it's 21-20. North Clay's lead down to a single tally.
Hatchet's doing what they do in this tournament. Get down early, but come clawing back.
Kinsler gets it out to Widener. He's open for a 3. That one's no good. A couple of Cardinals converge for the rebound. Neither one can get it, and then it's Bridges who gets his hands on it, gets it up to Gurgle. Gurgle rushes it up, misses a layup, and the rebound now belongs to Walden for the Cardinals. So, boy, Hatchets had a chance. Couldn't get out in front. And now before North Clay could run their offense, Josh Sink says, we need to talk. 4:16 to go before halftime in this consolation game at the 88th NTC tournament. It's North Clay 21, Windsor Stew-Stras 20. High school basketball, 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Well, North Clay got the quick timeout there. They've seen their lead drift down to single point. They had as much as an 11-point lead in the first quarter over Windsor Stew-Stras, Matt, but the Hatchets, like you said before the break, they've made a habit of getting down early, but they don't quit.
No, they do not quit. None of these teams in this conference quit. That's what makes it beautiful.
North Clay basketball. Walden, a strong move in the paint. He just bullied Aiden Sayers to the basket. Carter puts it up and in and grows that Cardinal lead back up to 3.
Well, the Cardinals haven't been shooting as well from the floor this quarter. I think they wanted a good look inside, and no better place to go than the big sophomore.
But he got that one to go. Hendrickson holding out at the elbow, gets it in the hands of Gurgle. He'll pull up from the same shot, the place that Hendrickson just vacated. Jackson Gurgle's got 11, and the Hatchets back within 1 again.
Yeah, Rose on that jumper from the elbow of the free throw line after a nice screen from Hendrickson.
Zimdars holds out on the wing up top. Thinking about a 3 was Walden. Now he'll drive in. He's fouled in the act of shooting. They call the block. He gets it to go. And North Clay with a chance at the 3-point play. And Carter Walden all of a sudden saying, listen, I'm the strongest kid on this floor, and I'm going to show you.
Well, he faked the 3. A couple of defenders went with it. He went around them on the dribble and got into the lane. I thought Sayers might be in position to take the charge, but he just kept moving, and that's what caused him his second foul.
Such an advantage as a big man to be able to have the threat of knocking down that 3 and Walden able to hit the free throw. He's up to 7 on the three-point play.
And then the ability to finish, driving it into the basket. I mean, you don't see many big kids like him with the ability to put it on the floor, too.
What do you do about it?
It's tough, and that's why Sayers is going to sit down with his second foul as Ryland Rinker comes back in for him.
So the Hatchets have gotten within 1 a few times in this second quarter, but they're down 4 right now. Hendrickson, a baseline jumper, and that kid just keeps hitting big shots. Brody Hendrickson's got 4, and the Hatchets within 2. Brody was a little fired up on his way down the floor.
He's had a great week this week.
Zimdar's on the wing for the Cardinals. Just over 3 minutes to go before halftime. Kinsler holds weak side cut there as he threw it across the floor to Walden, and Walden is in a zone right now. Puts up that shot off the glass. He's got 9 and wants to play back up 4.
Well, I thought the pass was going to be too tall, but Walden got up there and grabbed it and then used his strength to muscle in the shot underneath.
Hendrickson says, I'm shooting again. That time from the elbow, it's no good. Rebound comes down to Jesse Widener. Widener gets it to Zimdars, brings it across the floor. Now they've got it out to Widener on the wing, out top to Kinsler. Kinsler, Gergel in front of him. Dribbles over to his right to the wing. Now gets it to a cutting Hosselton. Hosselton's tough shot is off the mark, and Ryland Rinker able to track down the rebound for the Hatchets.
Yeah, it looks like Hosselton might have got bumped in there, but no call.
And then Hendrickson beat everybody down the floor. Jackson Gergel found him. Easy layup for Brody. He's got 6, and the Hatchets within a deuce.
Yeah, Hendrickson got to a good spot. Teammate found him, and defense didn't.
Walden thought about the 3. The defense comes to him, so it gets to Widener, who was open for 3. He misses. Weak side rebound to Gergel. Gergel rushes it up the floor. Number 11, that's Blaze Verdine just in the game. This is a long 2-point jumper, but Rinker gets the rebound. Then his pass across the lane to Hendrickson was kicked by a Cardinal.
Yeah, so it'll be Hatchet's ball under the basket as Gracie comes back in for Rinker. Just under 2 minutes to play. Right now, though, Windsor Stew-Stras is doing a better job on the boards, and that's helping them get an extra shot or two. That's part of the reason why they're able to climb back in this one.
Hatchets inbounding under their own basket, lobbed into Gracie. Mid-range jumper, very short. Rebound on the floor, and eventually it's Hosselton who comes away with it. He dribbles almost across the timeline, stops just short of it, throws it to Widener. Now they'll get it back to Kinsler, rather. Now back over to Widener. High post. That's Zimdars, and a turnaround jumper. We haven't heard from him in a while. Well, he gets up into double figures there, and it's back to a 4-point Cardinal lead. And it could be more here. As Hosselton picks off a pass, goes to the basket, tried to lean into Gergel for the contact, didn't get the foul call, but did get the layup as Hosselton's got his first 2. Quickly, though, on the other end, it's going to be a 3-point try from the corner for Gracie. He missed it. Rebound goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Hosselton on this end used his body well. Leaned into the defender so he couldn't jump. If you can't jump when someone's in contact with you, and that was enough to give Hosselton the room to complete the shot inside.
He comes out of the game. Byers gets back in, but Coach Zink giving him a hearty welcome to the bench as Windsor Stew-Stras will keep it. They get an open 3 out of that inbound play for Manhart, but he missed it out top, and that rebound goes out of bounds, this time off the Hatchets.
Actually, a foul called on the Hatchets, as Colton Bridges picked up the push as he was tussling down there with Walden, and Bridges picks up his second, team's 4th this quarter.
Just like Windsor Stew-Stras has a number of players with 2 fouls.
They got with 3 of them. Yep.
So it's Cardinal basketball. They're up 6. 60 seconds left to play in this half. Zimdars fakes a shot from the corner. Now gets it out top, almost traveled. They try to throw it into Widener in the post, and a good job by Colton Bridges to deny that one. He knocks it out of bounds.
Zimdar might have got away with a step, might have got rid of it just in time. It was awfully close over there. It probably depends on which side of the gym you're sitting on.
From the baseline, Widener just throws it out top. They get it to Widener now on the wing as they rotate it around the floor. Kinsler thought about a 3, gets it over to Walden. Walden faked the 3, let Gergel fly by, and then pulls the trigger. Carter Walden with another 3-pointer. He's got a dozen, and it's a 9-point lead, as much as the Cardinals led by in a moment. Gergel, though, gets it to Sayers on the baseline. Drove into the basket, reverse layup. That's off the mark. Walden with the rebound. He went to the floor after he shot that to Sayers. It's slow getting down the floor, and the numbers for North Clay, Zimdars takes advantage, takes it all the way to the bucket. He's got 12, and now it's the 11-point lead, back to the largest of the game for the Cardinals. 10 seconds left. Windsor Stew-Stras basketball, see what they can do right here before halftime. They get it to Gurgle. Three-pointer contested on the wing. That's off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Comes out to Gracie. He had a 15-footer that missed just before the buzzer, and a good close to the first half for North Clay as the Cardinals extend their lead back to its biggest of the game. They led by 11 in the first quarter, and now they lead by 11 at halftime. After 2 periods of play, it is 37-26. North Clay leading Windsor Stew-Stras in this consolation championship game. We will be back. Halftime show coming up in 90 seconds here from Altamont. It's the 88th Annual National Trail Conference Boys Basketball Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of Success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org. Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care.
For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
37-26, North Clay leading Windsor Stew-Stras in the consolation championship game of the NTC tournament. It was 17-11 North Clay after a quarter, although they did have as much as an 11-point edge in that first period of play. Windsor Stew-Stras got it all the way down to a 1-point game on a number of occasions in that second quarter, but ultimately a good close to the half sees North Clay back up by 11, that 37-26 margin. Matt, you got any team numbers from that first half of action?
I sure do. North Clay, 15 of 26 from the field at 58%. The first quarter, they were 6 of 10. Cooled off to go 9 of 16 in that second quarter. So, overall, pretty good shooting for the Cardinals at 58%. They were 5 of 6 from the free throw line as well at 83%. 2 of 8 from beyond the arc in the first half at 25%. Windsor Stew-Stras, 11 of 28 from the field at 39%. 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 50%. And 2 of 5, 40% from three-point range. I saw Windsor Stew-Stras with a slight edge on the boards, 14-12, and they also have a rebound or a turnover advantage, 3 turnovers for the Hatchets to 4 for North Clay, although North Clay didn't commit a turnover in the second quarter, and Windsor Stew-Stras only had 1 turnover in that second period.
So those are your team statistics. We'll give Matt another little bit to work on the individual numbers. We'll come back in 90 seconds with those individual stats and get you set for the second half between Windsor Stew-Stras and North Clay. It's the Cardinals with the 11-point lead here on 97.9 XFM.
Diedrich Bank is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Diedrich Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Clay by 11 over Windsor Stew-Stras at halftime of this consolation championship, and Matt Robinson's got the individual numbers.
Well, a pair of Cardinals with 12 points apiece is the sophomores Cody Zimdar and Carter Walden, each with 12. Zimdar's 4 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 at the free throw line, 12 points and 3 rebounds. Carter Walden, 5 of 7 from the field. He had 10 of his 12 in that second quarter. He was 1 for 1 at the free throw line, finished with 3 rebounds in the half. Jesse Widener, 2 of 6 from the floor, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Mason Byers off the bench, 2 for 2 from the field, 0 of 1 at the free throw line with 4 points and a rebound. Gavin Hoffleton's 1 for 2 from the field with 2 points and a rebound, and Ethan Kinsler 1 for 1 from the field with 2 points in the first half. For the Hatchets, 11 points from Jackson Gergel, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 at the free throw line with 3 rebounds. Brody Hendrickson, 3 of 5 from the field, 6 points and a board. 3 points for Connor Manhart as he's 1 for 4 from the field. Aiden Thayer's 2 for 4 from the field with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Nathaniel Gracie is 1 for 4 from the field, 0 of 2 at the free throw line, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Colton Bridges and Blaze Verdine each off the bench for the Hatchets. Each tried a shot, neither would go, but Bridges did grab 4 rebounds, and Rylan Rinker didn't try a shot, but he grabbed a couple of boards as well for the Hatchets as they trail here at the half to the North Clay Cardinals, 37-26.
Well, we had a good one in the 7th place game as South Central outlasted CHBC, and we've got a pretty good ball game here at halftime. It is North Clay with the 11-point lead, but we've seen Windsor Stew-Stras play some good second halves in this tournament, so we won't count any chickens just yet. Why don't we go ahead and take another break? We'll get you set for the second half of this one and that 3rd place game between Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown. All that when we are back here on 97.9 XFM.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Well, both teams emerged from the locker rooms at about the same time here as they have finished up their halftime instructions. It's fifth-seeded North Clay with a 37-26 lead over number 7 Windsor Stew-Stras in our consolation championship of the National Trail Conference Tournament. And North Clay, again, they had that 11-point lead in the first quarter, saw it slip mostly away, but able to put on a good run at the end of the second quarter, Matt, and see if they can build on that here and pull away, or if the Hatchets have another good third quarter under their, they've got another rabbit to pull out of the hat in this tournament.
You know, Coach Zink took a timeout there in the second quarter when Windsor Stew-Stras made their run. And it looked like they said, you know what, Carter Walden's the biggest kid on the court. Let's just see if we can get him some points. And boy, did he take advantage as he knocked down 3 shots from in close and then hit a 3, as well as converting on an old-fashioned 3-point play. So we'll see if they have that same attitude to come out in the second half, or what kind of adjustments the Hatchets will make to that.
And meanwhile, for North Clay, Cody Zimdars had done a lot of the early scoring. And you got to think, that if Walden continues to be a force in the paint, well, that's going to free up room for for Zimdars out there, rather. And listen, he doesn't need a whole lot of space to hit shots. It's going to be Cardinal basketball to start this second half. They've got the ball in the 11-point lead. It is Mr. Walden holding out top. Now gets it to Kinsler over on the wing. That's Widener. Widener out top. Walden thought about the three, gives it back. And now Widener tried to throw a pass in the paint. I think his teammate that was the recipient, or the intended recipient, thought he was going to shoot.
Yep.
And so he turned his back, and it just sailed out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was a triangle or a diamond and one look, actually, from Windsor Stew-Stras, as they put a man on Zimdars and everyone else was in a diamond.
So they forced the turnover, now driving the baseline. Sayers gets under the basket. Baseline jumper from two is no good for Manhart. Fight for the rebound is knocked out of bounds, and that is off of Jesse Widener. He was the last man to touch it, so the Hatchets will keep it on their own end.
Yeah, decent look from the baseline, but just not able to convert. But at least they battled for the boards and forced North Clay to knock it out of bounds.
Gergel will inbound from the baseline, gets it out top to Hendrickson. Hendrickson steps in, takes the free throw line jumper. They let him have it. Gergel gets the offensive rebound, though. I think his shot was blocked by Walden, and then it's Zimdars who came away with the board under the basket. So a good defensive possession for North Clay right there. Both teams with good defensive possessions to open up the second half. Cardinal basketball out top. This time, Walden is going to take the three. That one is off the side of the rim, no good. And Sayers with the board. Gergel will push it up, pulled up, thought about the three, thought again, took it, hit it. Jackson Gergel's got 14, and the Hatchets back within 8.
The Hatchets have given themselves several opportunities this quarter early on, but that's the first time they're able to convert.
Kinsler bounces a pass down in on the post, and that is Hosselton who missed that shot. Defended pretty well by Gracie, who also got the rebound. Gergel will bring it up the floor. Drove in past the elbow and then decided to back it back out. Now he has a shot at the free throw line, blocked. That was Hosselton who got a hand on it. Then Hosselton came away with the loose ball rebound, but tried to throw it down court, and they give it to Gergel's one who tracked it down, but then he traveled as he collected that ball in the backcourt. That's an unfortunate turnover for the Hatchets. And Josh Zink wants a timeout. 6:14 to go in the third quarter. 37-29, North Clay leads Windsor Stew-Stras. Back in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
6:14 showing on the third quarter clock. An early second half timeout for Josh Zink, as North Clay Cardinals lead Windsor Stew-Stras 37-29, but he saw something he wanted to talk about.
It's been a little ragged as far as the start of this third quarter, and I don't think he liked the flow of it, hoping to get his team a little more under control and settled in.
It's going to be Gavin Hosselton inbounding on North Clay's end of the floor. He gets it into Widener. Widener backing down. A couple of hesitation moves there. Puts up the turnaround shot, and he was fouled in the act. And Nathaniel Gracie had the hands up afterwards, but apparently reached over a little bit on the shot.
He's called for his third foul. It's just the first this quarter, but Gracie's going to have to be careful here for a little while with three personal.
First free throw for Widener rolls around and out. He's stuck at 5 points right now. One more on the way. He dribbles, he lines it up. The righty puts it up, and that one is nothing but net. So Widener a 1-for-2 trip. He's got 6. North Clay up 9, 38-29. They get it to Gracie across midcourt. Throws a long pass over to Manhart. He's got a three-pointer from the corner. High off the rim, then hits the rim again. And that time the carom is into the hands of Zimdars. So a decent look for Manhart, but he couldn't get it to go. And they very clearly wanted to get him a three-point work on that trip. Now they get North Clay trying to bounce it from the high post to the low. That pass from Carter Walden down to, I think, Hosselton was out of bounds off of her green jersey.
It would have been awful pretty, but it did glance off the leg of Hendrickson, so that knocked it out of bounds.
Boy, if I'm Widener, I just pull my way to that basket the way I was in the first half. They lob it into him off the inbound, turnaround shot from just inside the free throw line was good. Carter Walden's got 14, and listen, he's the hot hand. He was hot in the first half, and he is still shooting the ball well. He's got his Cardinals up 11.
Yeah, they don't seem to have an answer for him inside, and now the Cardinals have gone to the 1-3-1 zone.
Hendrickson holds on the block across the baseline over to Sayers, over to Gurgle. Gurgle driving in, tough shot, but he was fouled as he put it up. Couldn't get it to go, but he's going to have a couple free throws coming up.
Hosselton there, and he's going to be called for the foul, so now he has 3 fouls. He's the only player that has multiple fouls for the Cardinals, but he's got 3, so Byers pops off the North Clay bench.
Gurgle, first free throw is good. He's got 15. Jackson has had a wonderful tournament.
So Mason Byers does come in for Hosselton. Gracie and Hendrickson have a seat for the Hatchets as Ryland Rinker and Colton Bridges check in for Shane Smith.
Gurgle another free throw. He's got his Hatchets within 10, and he's got them within 9. 2 for 2 trips. 16 for Jackson. 40-31. North Clay with the lead and the ball. About 3 minutes into this third quarter. Widener throws it to Walden, back over on the wing. That's a 3-point on the way, and that was missed by Kinsler, but tracking down the rebound is Walden. Tried 3 of his own. Loose ball rebound. Bridges is the one who tracked it down. Gets it to Sayers, who was tripped up at the top of the key, and as he was falling down, was just trying to get rid of the basketball, but threw it to his teammates on the bench. That's out of bounds, and that's another Windsor Stew-Stras turnover.
It'll be their second of the quarter. Just over 3 minutes to play, or played rather, in this quarter, and both teams have committed a couple of turnovers.
I mean, Windsor Stew-Stras and North Clay had some early turnovers, and then the numbers really didn't end up being that high. As North Clay gets an open 3 on this trip down the floor. That one was missed by Kinsler, but the strong side rebound by Mason Byers. His putback is good, and he was fouled. He's got the Cardinals back up by 11. And if the sophomore can hit a free throw, he will give North Clay its largest lead of the afternoon.
Well, here are the Cardinals playing with 2 seniors and 2 sophomores out there. And this Mason Byers coming off the bench has been a nice lift today and in this tournament.
Byers taking the second to put this one up. Off the back iron, no good. But coming away with the rebound is Jesse Widener. And he gets fouled in the act of shooting. So Windsor Stew-Stras kind of the double whammy there. They can't rebound, and then they foul him on the way back up. And now it's going to be 2 more free throws for Jesse Widener, who has got 6 points right now.
Well, the Hatchets had the ball in their hand, but they just couldn't secure it. And Widener says, that's fine, I'll take it. As Sayers picked up his 3rd foul on the play before, and now a 3rd foul on Bridges.
So Widener makes the first. Gets his Cardinals up by 12. Second free throw also good. So he's got 8. And it is a 13-point advantage for North Clay. It's the largest of the day. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Kind of crunch time for Windsor Stew-Stras right now. They're going to have to cut into this a little bit. Sayers, rather Gracie picks it up at the wing. Bounces a tough pass to Gurgle, who catches, trying to drive in. Now bounces to Rinker. That one was knocked away, but alertly Manhart tracks it down out the volleyball line. So Windsor Stew-Stras will reset. That time as Gurgle was trying to drive in from the arc, had a North Clay player reach in and commit the foul. Byers going to pick that one up.
It'll be his first, team second, as the Cardinals had gone man-to-man, and they were making the Hatchets work. But Gurgle was clever with it, earned himself a step, and Byers reached up and committed the foul.
So Gurgle, as he usually does, will inbound on the baseline for the Hatchets under their own basket. He's got the ball now looking. Gets it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson put up the mid-range jumper. That one was too strong. Rebound to Walden. Walden gets it into the hands of Kinsler. Back to Walden at the free throw line. Back to the basket. Kicks out to Widener. Now Kinsler at the top. Widener on the wing. He tries to dump one down the baseline. That's Byers who has it, but they'll get it right back out top. Now they throw it to the weak side Good catch by Kinsler, but his shot is off the mark. Rebound comes into Gracie. Gracie at the top. Drives in, now kicks out. There's an open three for Manhart, and it is way too strong. Then hits Aiden Sayers in the feet on the weak side. Goes out of bounds. That'll be North Clay basketball. Good look for Manhart, but just not on target.
Yeah, the looks have been kind of far and few in between for Manhart. When he gets one, it just seems like he's rushing it or just off a little bit.
3:35 to go in the third quarter. Windsor Stew-Stras will take a 60-second timeout. It is North Clay 44, Hatchet 31. Consolation game of the NT2 tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Hatchets took the timeout. They trail by 13. It's going to be North Clay basketball. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. And again, North Clay chance to pull away here in this second half. Windsor Stew-Stras is going to have to cut into that deficit pretty soon.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring. 7-5 the advantage for North Clay, but they have the ball, and Windsor Stew-Stras can't afford to wait around much longer to get back into this.
Yeah, you wonder if you'll start to see some more patient possession for the Cardinals. Well, they have a pass that somehow didn't go out of bounds, got knocked away on the sideline momentarily, but able to keep possession was Widener. He plays catch with a teammate and then gets it back on the wing. Hands off to Zimdar. Zimdar's curling around, goes to the baseline and stepped on that baseline as he was trying to throw it back out. So that's a North Clay turnover, their third of the third quarter.
Yeah, good man-to-man trip that time for Windsor Stew-Stras as they almost got a ball knocked away, and then ultimately did force the turnover down on the baseline.
Gergel jogs it up the floor. Tough pass to Manhart, but he's able to get it to Hendrickson. Free throw line jumper is good. Brody Hendrickson's got 8. That's a much-needed bucket. They're back within 11.
Yeah, and Manhart did a good job of spotting the open teammate in the lane, getting it to him quick in a position to score.
Widener gets it to Walden from the free throw line. He drives. Leaner off the glass. It's not off. It's no good, and the rebound comes down to Sayers. Now at the other end of the floor, they find Hendrickson under the basket, missed the layup, but alertly tips the rebound back out, and it's Gracie who comes away with it out top. Now he'll put a spin move on Widener. Great bounce pass over to Hendrickson. His open shot misses. Walden with the rebound, but that pass in, he tries to pass out from under the basket. Gergel picks it off. Fourth North Clay turnover, and as Jackson drove to the basket, he was fouled. He'll have a couple of free throws.
Yeah, with 2:20 on the clock, down 11. Gergel could get it to single digits here at the charity stripe as Carter Walden commits the foul, his second, team's third here in the third quarter.
Gergel makes the first free throw. He's got 17, 60 points across 3 games in this tournament. One more free throw coming up for Jackson. And Gergel makes that as well. So he has done a good job at the free throw line. He's got 18 points and makes back to a 9-point deficit for the Hatchets. Widener out on way away from the basket, gets it out top to Kinsler, back to Widener. He's on the wing, but good 6 feet beyond the arc, and he'll back it out even further. As North Clay's going to say, we're going to make you step out on us a little bit before we trigger our offense. Gets the Zimdars right around the center circle. Kind of playing it a little dangerous around midcourt are the Cardinals, but now Widener will step in a little bit. Walden fakes the corner three, skips one over to Zimdars, and then he'll drive in, and the right-handed layup is good. So they spread the floor a little bit, allows Zimdars a chance to take it to the bucket, and he obliges. He's got 14.
Coach Sings now encouraging the defense to step up and get a stop here.
Windsor Stew-Stras with the ball. 1.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. They trail by 11. Rylan Rinker caught it at the elbow, had a little trouble with that. Now they've got it back out to Gergel, who wants to drive. Puts up a shot over Walden, who stayed straight up. But Rylan Rinker with a good offensive rebound. He fouled on the putback and has to go back to the free throw line. We've shot a few free throws here in the third quarter.
Yeah, 4 for 4 is Gergel at the line for Windsor Stew-Stras. And there's been 5 attempts at the line for North Clay. Rinker will be shooting a couple. That foul whistled against Austin. So Gavin picks up his 4th foul.
Rinker, too strong on the first of 2 free throws. Austin will take a seat, and Lucas Griffey gets in there. He is a freshman. Sees a lot of minutes for this North Clay team, though. Rinker, the second of 2. That one is good. So he gets in the scoring column on a 1-for-2 trip. Gets his hatchets back within 10. Minute 15 to go in the third quarter. Kinsler stopped just short of the midcourt line, so he throws it ahead to Widener. Back to Kinsler, back to Widener. Widener now going to drive on Gracie, but his pass over in the corner was knocked away momentarily. Tough catch for Walden over there, and then he was fouled as the Hatchets double team converged.
Appeared to be bumped by Gracie. The official agrees. So now the Hatchets have a player with 4 fouls, and Nathaniel Gracie, and he'll check out as Colton Bridges replaces him.
That's a pretty big one for Windsor Stew-Stras. He will take a seat. Like you said, Bridges gets in there. But, Gracie, even when he's not scoring, does a lot of important things for this team to occupy a spot on the bench for a little while with those 4 fouls. North Clay gets it inbounded. He's got it to Widener on the wing. Over to Walden. Walden faked the 3. Now over to Zimdars. Zimdars steps in. Out top, that's Kinsler. Throws over to the wing, Widener. Zimdars dribbles once to his left over to Kinsler. Out top. Now they've got an open 3 for Walden. Left it short. Rebound, Gergel. Gergel will bring it up himself. Gets all the way to his own three-point line and then backs it out toward midcourt. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. He's driving in. Somebody got a hand on that, but he maintained the dribble. Drives in, hooks a pass over to Bridges. Bridges, post move, but thinks better of it. Over to Gergel, spins on his man. That's Griffey guarding him. Now he'll bring it back out top with 12 seconds left. Reset things again. Sayers on the right wing. He curls around, gets to the free throw line over to Gergel. Gergel fakes 3 steps over, puts one up. Somebody got a hand on that. Gergel goes to a seated position as he let that shot go. And then on the rebound, it is Zimdars. Gergel still hasn't stood up. Now he's going to get up as the third quarter comes to an end. So Windsor Stew-Stras can't get it to single digits before the start of the fourth period. It's North Clay 46, Windsor Stew-Stras 36. 1 quarter to go in the Consolation Championship here on 97.9 XFM.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. If you need help with your loved ones, call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240. Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Hatchets trail North Clay by 10, 46-36. They'll have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Matt, got any numbers from that third quarter of play?
Iron Unkind, North Clay 3 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 at the free throw line, 0 of 5 from three-point range. Windsor Stew-Stras 2 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 though at the line. That was good, and 1 of 4 from beyond the arc.
As mentioned, it's going to be a Hatchet ball to start this fourth quarter. They're down by 10. Jackson Gergel's got something to say about that. His leaner at the elbow is off the mark, though, and as the rebound came down short, Walden got the rebound. People's feet were getting tangled up left and right there, and Walden ended up on the floor, and they are going to call the foul against the Hatchets.
Austin Sayer now picks up his 4th foul. Oh, no, they go Colton Bridges. So it's 2-1, not 1-2.
Still
4 fouls on Bridges. As he checks out, Hendrickson comes back in.
And Windsor Stew-Stras doesn't go more than usually 3 deep on the bench, and comfortably really just a couple of guys. And right now, foul issues are going to make these last 8 minutes of the game a bit of an adventure for them. Nobody's fouled out yet, though, but guys playing with 4. It's North Clay basketball, and the important thing is that the Cardinals have a 10-point lead. They get it down to Zimdars, who flashed out on the post, and then his turnaround shot in there is good. So he can hit the jumpers, he can hit free throws, he can score with his back to the basket. The paint, he's got 16, and his Cardinals are up by 12.
Yeah, that Cardinals motion offense really did a nice job of setting him up.
Sayers had a little bit of a tough time with the dribble, hands off to Gergel for the Hatchet. They get it to Hendrickson out top, back to Gergel. He was looking for a screen from Hendrickson. North Clay slips it, but then they get it to Manhart. He took a jumper from just beyond the free throw line. Rebound tapped around. I think probably like 6 different players touched that ball before Cody Zimdars finally wrestled it away.
That's his 7th rebound, by the way.
Pretty good tournament for the sophomore. He is a good-looking ball player. Meanwhile, Widener, he's trapped out top, so he's looking for a teammate, tries to get it to Kinsler, and that one's knocked away from behind as Rinker takes it away. That's North Clay's first turnover. So Windsor Stew-Stras, understandably, having to step up its defense a little bit. They forced the turnover. Now they need buckets. They're down 12, 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Out top, that's Hendrickson. He's going to take a 3. That one is too strong off the back iron, but he followed his own shot, momentarily got his own rebound, but then it was poked away from him. Lucas Griffey came away with the basketball, and then he was sent to his backside, and that's going to be a foul against the Hatchet. So Hendrickson, that shot from the top, hit the back iron, went straight up, hit the back iron again. You thought it might drop through, but then in the spray, it's a foul against the Hatchet.
Yep, and that foul whistled against Ryland Rinker is his first and the team's second, and North Clay will try to add to their 12-point advantage.
Kinsler gets it across midcourt. Trapp finds him. They get it from Griffey over in the corner. Now they find Walden in the paint, and he is able to put up a layup. So you pursue out top, and that leaves some openings down low. Walden has 16. 14-point lead for North Clay, its largest of the afternoon. Manhart spins, gets it to Hendrickson in the corner, back out top to Gergel. Gergel is being guarded by Griffey, and Griffey was just leaning on him. He was fouled, and Gergel threw up a shot, but I think that was on the floor.
Yeah, the foul was whistled on the floor. It's Griffey's first and the team's first of the half, the quarter.
It's going to be Gavin Hosselton getting back into the game as he replaces Griffey for the Cardinals. Gavin, with 4 fouls, I believe, gets back into the action.
Yep, with 5:45 on the clock, Coach Zink is going to ask his senior to play some good defense without fouling, and they are going to put him on Gergel.
And meanwhile, out of the baseline inbound play, they swing it around. That went from Gracie to Connor Manhart. He hit the top of the key 3, and then we get a timeout. 5:39 to go in the game. It is Cardinals 50, Hatchets 39, consolation championship of the National Trail Conference on 97.9 XFL.
Diedrich Bank is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Diedrich Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Thanks for watching the NTC tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Still 5:39 left in the ball game, but there hasn't been any indication of being able to rattle off a bunch of points in a hurry without doing something a little different.
Yeah, going to need to try to force some turnovers here if you're the Hats. Carter Walden going to inbound with the length of the floor to go. Gets it in to Hosselton, and Nobody picks him up, so he'll walk it across midcourt. The trap picks him up as soon as he gets across, so he'll throw it over to Zimdars. Zimdars over top to the top. That went from Kinsler down to Jesse Widener in the paint. Again, they find the opening there. Widener's got 10. Back up to a 13-point game. Hatchett's rush a three-pointer. Hendrickson missed. Followed his own shot. His rebound attempt missed again, but he gets a second offensive rebound. Throws it out to Gergel. Gergel leaves a three-pointer short, but Gergel follows his own miss, and as he puts that one back up, he is fouled. So 3 offensive rebounds on that trip for the Hatchets, and it finally results in Jackson Gergel going to the free throw line.
And all of those rebounds by the shooters.
Yeah.
And that's got to frustrate Coach Zink and his coaching crew as Gergel ends up getting an opportunity at the line on the foul committed by Cody Zimdars, his first.
Gergel hits the first. Blaze Burdine going to get in for Windsor Stew-Stras. The junior checks in for Aiden Sayers, and also Ryland Rinker going to come in, and they will sit Nathaniel Gracie down, try to preserve him as they'll go on a defensive possession here. He hits with his 4 fouls.
Yeah, I like the idea there by Coach Smith.
Gergel's second free throw is also good. He has been really good at the free throw line today. He's got 20 points. His Hatchet's still down 11.
Can't be any better. He's 8 for 8 at the line.
North Clay gets it across midcourt in a hurry on the wing. Get it over to Hossington into the hands of Zimdars now. And Zimdars, he has it knocked away. Blaze Burdine gets the steal. So Windsor Stew-Stras with the basketball. Over to Manhart for a three-pointer. That's off the mark, but it was North Clay's second turnover. Brody Hendrickson gets another offensive rebound, but then tries to skip a pass over to Burdine. Threw it a little too high. Blaze got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds for the Hatchets' first turnover of the fourth quarter.
Brody Hendrickson has 5 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive end, and 3 of them here in the last, minute and a half off the clock.
4:40 to go in this fourth quarter. North Clay does have the basketball. Zimdars has it. He's trying to get it across midcourt and being hassled there just inside the midcourt line, and he was eventually fouled by a Hatchet.
Ryland Rinker is that person. He picked up his second, team's third here in the fourth quarter.
And now Gracie will get back in. Hendrickson takes a seat. But it's still North Clay basketball. Zimdars inbounded it in the backcourt. That is Kinsler, and he's in trouble. Picks up his dribble, threw it away. Stepping in front of it is Burdine, and he gets the layup. So the turnover for the Cardinals results in Blaze Burdine's first 2 points. Cardinals lead back down to single digits at 9 points off of that turnover.
Foul there whistled on Blaze Burdine. That'll be his first and the team's fourth, but he's got his hands on a couple of passes here and being inserted late into this ball game.
4:20 to play in this game, but with Windsor Stew-Stras down 9, going ahead and getting super aggressive defensively. North Clay will be in the bonus for the rest of this quarter. But there's another steal in the backcourt. Leads to an open 3 for Gergel. Left it short. Rebound tapped around, and it's Walden who got it, and then somebody got him in the chops, I think, as he was trying to clear space after the rebound.
Boy, Gergel was wide open for that look after the steal, but he just couldn't knock down the corner 3. Looks like the Hatchets might be able to get to the offensive board, but they tapped it, and Carter Walden claimed it, and then he got fouled by Ryland Rinker, who has picked up 3 quick fouls, and we walked to the other end for a couple of free throws.
As we mentioned, North Clay in the bonus. So Carter Walden will get a chance at the stripe. He's got 16 points to share the team lead with Zimdars, and now he's got it alone as he makes the first of 2 free throws. Going to get Hendrickson back in for Windsor Stew-Stras as Burdine takes a seat. Also, Ryland Rinker sits down, and get Gracie back in there as well.
Yeah, and Hendrickson. And then North Clay got Byers into the ball game.
Second free throw is off the mark for Walden. Gracie tracks down the rebound. Gergel going to bust up the floor in a hurry. Swings it back out to Gracie, who will take a 3. And Nathaniel Gracie hits it. Gracie has got 5, and it's a 7-point game. Stew-Stras ratchets up to the full court pressure, but able to beat it is North Clay. Byers over in the corner, able to stop himself without traveling, and they'll get it back out top. But is Kinsler with the ball, and as he was being hassled, Josh Zink says, let's get a timeout. 3:41 to go. North Clay, the 53-46 lead over Windsor Stew-Stras. Back in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
When an electrical shortage...
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
North Clay got the timeout, 3:41 to go in this game. They've got the 7-point lead over Windsor Stew-Stras, but these Hatchets, they just don't go away.
Nope.
They've been down by as many as 14 points in this very quarter, and they have got themselves within striking distance.
Yeah, they're trailing by 7, looking to force the issue even more, as North Clay has turned it over 4 times already in this fourth quarter.
North Clay gets it inbounded, a nice little give and go there. So Zimdar's inbounded from the sideline to Jesse Widener, then streaked to the basket. Widener hit him in stride. Zimdar's gets the shot to go. He is fouled by Aiden Sayers. That's his 4th. The chance for the 3-point play for the sophomore.
And look, North Clay's perfect shooting from the floor, 4 for 4 in this quarter, but they just haven't got as many opportunities. But they do there and convert the 3-point play as well.
Zimdar's has got 19 points, and he's got his team back up by 10. That is a huge trip down the floor for North Clay. And then Windsor Stew-Stras turns it over as North Clay had numbers, decided to back it back out of the Hatchet's second turnover. You're up 10, 3:20 to go. No reason to rush it unless you got something, but then a miscommunication thrown into the backcourt, and Jackson Gergel tracks it down. Shane Smith says, we'll take a timeout. So Gergel's up to 22. Windsor Stew-Stras back within 8, 3:14 to go. It's 56-48. North Clay with the lead here on 97.9 XFM.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. If you need help with your loved ones, call Mitchell or Sherry today at 217-690-3240. Diedrich Bank is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Diedrich Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Well, the Hatchet's able to turn a turnover into 2 points and get back within 8 after Cody Zimdar's had the 3-point play for North Clay. Just the Cardinals with an 8-point lead. Shane Smith, the Windsor Stew-Stras coach, gets the timeout right there. And again, they'll set up their full court pressure. And by your count, Hatchet's just 1 timeout left for the last 3:14 of this game.
Yep, I have them with 1 and North Clay with 2.
So North Clay gets it inbounded. They'll get it across midcourt. That is Carter Walden who brought it across. Gets it to Zimdars. He's picked up his dribble a long way away from the basket. Manhart right in his face. He needs to get rid of it. Somebody comes around from the back and knocks it loose. The foul is whistled. Boy, oh boy. I thought maybe the Hatchets got the turnover there.
Looked like Blaze Verdine might have knocked it away cleanly, but the official said he got him across the arms. He's going to come back and talk to Shane Smith, who he didn't argue adamantly or anything, but you could tell he didn't like the call.
Doesn't agree with it. Zimdars has got a couple more free throws. He's also been good at the foul line. Makes the first of his 2, and he's got 20 points.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6 at this point, with exactly 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Sitting down is Byers for North Clay. They got Hosselton back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Zimdars, another free throw, and that one's good as well. So 21 for the sophomore. Couple of 20-point performances in this game as Cody's got 21, and then Jackson Gergel has got 22 for Windsor Stew-Stras. Had the ball momentarily, threw it across midcourt. That was Verdine on the wing over in the corner to Hendrickson. Gets it out to Manhart. Manhart to Ryland Rinker driving in. Tries to throw a pass across the baseline. Lucky that's not the turnover for the Hatchets, but it was out of bounds off of the Cardinals.
Yeah, stepping down and getting in front was one of the Cardinals to knock it away and deny Hendrickson an opportunity inside. And now kind of the offense coming back into the ball game with that dead ball.
Yeah, Verdine and Ryland Rinker sit down. You get Sayers and you get Nathaniel Gracie back in for the Hatchets. Gergel gets the ball and says, guys, you got to move. Instead, he threw it to Hendrickson. Hendrickson tried to get it back to him. Zimdar's got in the way. He took it away. Cardinals ball off of the third Windsor Stew-Stras turnover. And as Carter Walden drives into the bucket, he's fouled in the act of shooting. And, boy, that was a turnover you just couldn't have if you're the Hatchets. North Clay is going to try to add to its 10-point lead with 2:32 showing.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to get it in the single digits. Now it's going to be Walden at the line with an opportunity to push the lead to 12.
Boy, Zimdars and Walden have been a nice 1-2 punch for the Cardinals today. Carter hit the first 2 free throws. He's got 18. No substitutions this time.
It's almost incredible.
Walden will take another, and he's money. He's got 19, and it's a 12-point game. North Clay with the lead. Gergel gets it, throws it across to Gracie. Over in the corner, that is Sayers, who left the baseline jumper short. Flying in for the rebound is Widener, and North Clay with a 12-point lead will try to work it across midcourt against this Windsor Stew-Stras press. Zimdars does get it across. Now they'll get it over to Widener on the wing, back out top to Kinsler. No hurry at all if you're the Cardinals. But, hey, if they're going to leave a lane to the basket wide open, Cody Zimdars is going to take it. He'll take those 2 points. He's got 23, and it's now a 14-point edge for the Cardinals, who look like they are going to get the victory here. They're going to keep playing good, solid defense, and now there's a pass batted away by Hasselton. Manhart able to save it. Now over to Gergel. Three-pointer is off the mark, and on the rebound, Widener had position on Brody Hendrickson, who tried to tap it away from him over the back, and he gets called for the foul.
Henderson's second foul, but had to do something there as Widener clearly had the thought he was trying to save the possession. Instead gets called for his third foul. I said second. They put 3 on the board. I'll go with that. And Widener heads to the line for a pair of free throws.
Yes, he's already got 10 points in this contest. He'll put up the first free throw, and he knocks it down. He's got 11 as Burdine and Ryland Rinker get back in for Windsor Stew-Stras. This time it's going to be Gracie and Hendrickson to sit down. 15-point lead now for the Cardinals, their largest of the night. Afternoon, not night.
Yeah, I've probably said night already all day.
Old habits die hard as Wedner has a 2-for-2 trip. He's got 12, 16-point edge for the Cardinals, who have shot their free throws really well here in this fourth quarter.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 8 of 9 from the free throw line.
Widener has a seat. Griffey gets in for North Clay. They're up by 16, 140 to go. Looks like they're going to be your consolation champion, is trying to knock down a pass to Kinsler. He got a foot on it. So Windsor Stew-Stras will inbound in front of its own bench. 1:37 left. Hatchets get it inbounded in backcourt to Gergel. He throws one across to Burdine across the timeline. Burdine gets it back to Gergel. Gergel's going to try to step back for a 3, but Griffey is there to contest it. They get it to Burdine, back over to Gergel. Gergel, he wanted to take a 3-pointer. He did take a 3-pointer, and Lucas Griffey, the freshman makes a freshman mistake there, fouling a 3-point shooter in a game that he's pretty much got one.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to have them have an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, especially from beyond the arc. I mean, obviously Jackson Gergel can knock down threes, but he can hit you some free throws too.
Hits the first one there. 23 points for Jackson Gergel, who again was just obviously looking to take a 3-pointer there, no matter open or not, desperation mode. Gets himself to the free throw line. Second one's off the mark, so he's 1 for 2 so far. He'll have one more. To get Mason Byers and number 31, Garen Bailey, a senior, in for the first time for North Clay. Hasselton and Carter Walden take a seat. Gergel has one more for the Hatchets. They're down 15. And that one's off too. It's just a 1 for 3 trip. But there's Manhart with the offensive rebound. His shot is high off the glass, no good. And that rebound goes out of bounds off of the Hatchets. So even after that offensive rebound, Windsor Stew-Stras can't get any more but a single point on that trip, and it'll be with 1:18 left, North Clay basketball. They'll get it inbounded. No, they don't. It's taken away by Manhart, but then taken away by Zimdars. Zimdars tiptoes along the baseline, so I don't think any actual turnover there. And then as Griffey was trying to run it up the floor, he was fouled by Burdine.
So, foul on Burdine is his third. More free throws coming for North Clay. This time it'll be the freshman, Griffey.
Griffey hasn't scored yet.
Hasn't taken a shot tonight.
Freshman puts one up with the right hand and gets it to go. He was even early in the season forced into, I think, a starting role for this Cardinals team.
Had some injuries, some issues that they were dealing with.
And all that experience will serve him well even as he comes off the bench now. 2-for-2 trip for Lucas Griffey. Now it's a 17-point edge for the Cardinals. 1:05 to go. We're just deciding the final score here as North Clay fouls Blaze Burdine as he gets it across midcourt. They're trying to be aggressive defensively here. You want your guys to play hard, but right there, it is still a common foul.
It is, but no need for it. You don't want to stop the clock. The clock is the Hatchet's biggest enemy.
Hatchets get their starting lineup back on the floor in that timeout. They haven't given up just yet. They get it into Gracie. Gurgle now catches it. Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Back iron, that's Jaron Bailey with the rebound. He gets it to Griffey. Now it's Zimdars, who will rush across the timeline and then circle the wagon. Kinsler over to Griffey. Back to Kinsler. Kinsler is in a tough spot at midcourt. Josh Zink says, I don't want the turnover even if we're going to win the game, so he'll call the timeout. 43.8 seconds left to go. Let's take a break here. 66-49, North Clay leading Windsor Stew-Stras here in the Consolation Championship of the NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC Tournament. Best of Success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
North Clay is going to get the win here. They have a 66-49 lead over Windsor Stew-Stras, just 43.8 seconds left. But Josh Zink took that timeout. You never want to turn the ball over if you can help it, right?
Yeah, I mean, save the possession and get your kids in an opportunity to get into a better spot. That's what you do as a coach.
So Mason Byers will inbound from the sideline on the North Clay side of half court. He'll throw in the back court to Zimdars, who gets it across to Kinsler. Kinsler trapped kind of the same way he was before that timeout. Threw it down court into the hands of Bailey. Now Byers couldn't make the catch under the basket. It'll be a North Clay turnover after all. 6 for the Cardinals as Gurgle rushed it up the floor, threw it off of a white jersey and out of bounds. And Lane Wolf, another freshman for North Clay, going to get into the game as Zimdars takes the seat. 23 points for the sophomore. He scored 67 in this tournament, did Cody Zimdars, over across their 3 games. Inbound into Hendrickson, a long three-pointer is off the mark, left it a long too strong, and on the other side of the rim it goes out of bounds. So it'll be North Clay basketball, and they're going to get one more sub in here as North Clay's Ian Jones, the sophomore, will check into the action. And that gives Ethan Kinsler a chance to take a seat and get a hug from Coach Zink.
Yep, nice to see some kids get out there on the court in the NTC tournament, and also nice to get some other kids some recognition.
Then Jones just into the game. Now it's Lane Wolf trying to go up the baseline or sideline. Well, he stepped on the sideline, but I guess he was forced by a Windsor Stew-Stras player, and the foul was called. So Lane Wolf, he doesn't get the turnover. Instead, with 2.3 seconds to go, he's going to get a chance to shoot some free throws.
Got 2 chances to get in the scoring column. Let's see if he can take advantage.
Well, so far, not going to make it happen as he missed the first free throw. Now the Hatchet's going to empty the bench. They get a 5-for-5 switch in here. Some of those guys have already been in, but we'll tell you that Seth Rinker and Brody Bible are getting in for the first time. Rinker, a 5'9" sophomore. Bible, a 6'5" freshman. And North Clay going to get one more guy in there. Now that's number 51, and I do not see
Ben Suzuki.
Ben Suzuki, okay. Ben Is he in there? Okay, I just can't read, folks. Bit of a problem. Anyway, Lane Wolf's going to take another free throw and left that one a little short. So Ryland Rinker gets the rebound for Windsor Stew-Stras under 20 seconds to go. Seth Rinker with it. Now tries to throw it to Blaze Burdine, but it was tipped out of bounds by a North Clay player with 11.4 seconds left. It's going to be North Clay, your consolation champion here. As Windsor Stew-Stras inbounds it probably for one last time under 10 seconds to go. I say probably. Always got to hedge your bets here in these late seconds. Now they get it in there, and that is Ryland Rinker driving in for the shot, no good. And as everybody fights for the rebound, nobody can collect it before the final buzzer sounds. So North Clay is going to be your fifth-place finisher, the consolation champion of the National Trail Conference Tournament. Good win for Josh Zink and the Cardinals. They are the 66-49 victors over the Windsor Stew-Stras Hatchets. The Windsor Stew-Stras, the 7th seed, finishes 6th in the National Trail Conference Tournament. And for the North Clay Cardinals, the 5 seed, they finished 5. They have the 17-point win. And they played a good game here today to get to 8-14 as the National Trail Conference comes to an end for them. Windsor Stew-Stras falls to 11-13. We will go ahead and take getting set for our post-game show. We've got one more game for you during this opening session of the day at the NTC tournament. St. Elmo, Brownstown, and Altamont are going to play for third place. But again, your consolation championship final, 66-49, North Clay your winner. We'll be back in 90 seconds with our post-game show, which includes stats and a talk with both of those coaches here in 90 seconds on 97.9 XFM.
Diedrich Bank is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Diedrich Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
Well, it was 66-49. North Clay getting the consolation championship victory over Windsor Stew-Stras. Cardinals had as much as an 11-point lead in the first quarter of that game. But we're up only 6 after one period, 17-11. Outscored the Hatchets 20-15 in the second quarter to take another 11-point lead into the halftime locker room. Still pretty close after 3 quarters as Windsor Stew-Stras outscored North Clay 10-9 in the third quarter. But up by 10 going into the fourth period, North Clay able to widen the gap. They outscore Windsor Stew-Stras 20-13, take that 66-49 win. That'll tell you, but North Clay shot the free throws well. Really, they shot everything well in that second half, and were able to close out the win, get to 8-14 on the year, finish off the tournament. They played well this week for Coach Josh Zink, and meanwhile, Sheen Smith and the Hatchets 11-13 on the year. And Matt's just finishing up those team numbers, getting those percentages written down. So, Matt Robinson, we'll go ahead and let you tell us about the team numbers between North Clay and Windsor Stew-Stras.
Well, North Clay went 5 for 5 from the floor in the fourth quarter, and in that period they went 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Didn't attempt a three-point shot. Overall, They were 55% from the floor, 23 of 42, 18 of 24 at the free throw line for 75%, and 2 of 13 from beyond the arc in the game at 15%. I did show Windsor Stew-Stras out rebounding North Clay 30-28. It was close. North Clay had 14 turnovers to Windsor Stew-Stras' 8, but the shooting percentage really the difference. 16 of 60 from the field for Windsor Stew-Stras, and they hoisted up a bunch of shots trying to come back late, but finished at 27% from the field. They were 10 of 15 at the free throw line for 67%, and 5 of 19 from beyond the arc at 26%. Have to look at your team numbers, and I'll have your individual numbers here in just a moment.
And while you were giving those, I saw Josh Zink come up the steps here, so we'll let the North Clay coach get saddled up for a post-game chat. Well, Josh, I'll tell you what, I think it's pretty safe to say you got to be happy with the way your boys played in the tournament this week.
Oh, definitely. I just feel like our team needs some momentum. You know, we've won some good games and played a lot of great teams this year and taken some tough losses. We just needed to get a little momentum going, and the tournament really provided that for us this year. Windsor, they beat us by 20 about a week and a half ago. And we all knew that, and we came in with a game plan, and the boys I'm so proud of how they executed our game plan. There's something to be saying about a game plan, but you got to go out there and do it then, and do it to specific details. The kids did that. I'm so proud of these kids. I mean, we just worked our tails off on defense. I thought we did everything we needed to do to win the game, and got a lot of punch and points from Cody there. That helped.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day that you got a sophomore that can go out and drop you 67 points in a tournament. And steady too. You kind of just get what you get from him every night. And that's the tough thing. Like a player of his athletic skill, they might have a big game here and there, but it's not every time that you could just expect them night in and night out to go out there and be your offensive leader.
Yeah, he's so poised for a sophomore. We had a great team last year. He was so poised as a freshman, so you could see it coming this year. And normally he's the number one target for the other team, and we all know that going in. We know that a lot of times he's going to get face guarded. We've got some things set up for that now, and he's not a selfish player. He takes what he gets, and it's just a blessing to have a scorer. You know, there's been years that I've been around that we just really didn't have much of a scorer. Cody's a guy that's going to get you points no matter what. They may not be 30 every night, may not be 20 every night, but a lot of times they're going to be up there, though.
Well, and you talk about having a sophomore being the focal point of the other team's defense, but that's when it's nice to have Carter Walden out there to put up
another
19.
sophomore.
Yeah, and the thing I love about Carter here is that they have to respect the outside shooting.
Yes.
And then he'll just go bully guys down in the paint.
Well, our future is bright. We've struggled a little bit this year, but you've got 15-year-olds playing against 18-year-olds a lot. There's times where we got 4 sophomores and a freshman out there. And so our future is exciting. This year, we've had to grow through that. What's great about this year is it's a process to become a good team, and letting these kids to play as sophomores, we're kind of getting through that process quicker than the normal development. And Carter can go in and out, just like you said, Dustin. Last time we played them, they really clogged up the middle, and we were able to kind of do some stuff there where the middle, when they would guard it, we'd pop Carter straight out to the top, and he was wide open for some shots. And then after he makes a couple, they got to respect that. Then, like you said, he can go bully ball. You know, having 2 sophomores that can get you points is a real blessing.
And I thought you could tell me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like probably part of the talk at halftime was like, Carter, you're the biggest, strongest kid on the floor. We're going to get it down to you, and you're going to play with your back to the basket a little bit.
You got it. Well, they started coming out a lot, which we expected them to. I thought when they fell behind, they're going to start to put some pressure on, which Coach Smith is a great coach. They're all good over there. And I thought, well, if they come out, we're going to have an advantage there down low. And sure enough, they come out and trap, and then it'd be one-on-one in the post around the middle area. And I told Carter, if we can get the ball in the middle, around the free throw line, you just take it. Force them to take a charge if you have to. They didn't, luckily for us. But he just played his guts out. I also want to recognize Gavin Osselton. We put him on Gurgle, and even I know Gurgle had a decent night scoring-wise, but he earned every bit of that.
Yep.
And a lot of those were from free throws. And so, I mean, he's such a really good player, and he's kind of the secret to their team. But Jesse Widener, I thought, just played tremendous. And really, really want to give a shout-out to Ethan Kinsler. I know he may not have got a point, but Manhart scored 30 points against us the last time we played them, and I don't know if he scored or not.
A couple of three-pointers.
Okay, well, that's perfect. Our focus was to try to let other people shoot the ball other than those two, and the boys really executed it.
Well, Josh, you talk about speeding up the process of maturation, but the thing I've seen big picture with North Clay Athletics, because I look at the baseball team, you had a senior-laden team that won state a couple of years ago, and they're already a good team again with a bunch of young, inexperienced guys.
Yeah.
They just come along well. And I think that just speaks well of the community and the kind of kids that they put into your athletic program.
That's so well said, because, like, I want everybody out there that's listening on the radio to appreciate our kids in Louisville. These are wonderful kids. They come from wonderful parents, and they are well-behaved. I don't have a parent ever yelling at me, ever. I know I don't please some of them sometimes, but I just want to tell everybody out there that I sure appreciate the parent support and the way that we raise our kids down there, because it's a great community. You see it coming out on the athletic field because they listen and they will do what they're told, and they work their tails off. They won't only work their tails off in practice. They go home and practice too. And like, it's been a tough year for us, but again, I don't think there's a lot of teams down the road that's going to want to play us if we continue to gain momentum, and the tournament gave us some momentum that we feel like now we can compete a little bit better.
Well, you talk about appreciating your team. We have certainly appreciated the chance to watch them play. We knew, tough schedule, record not exactly where you might want it to be, but that you were the 5th seed for a reason. You came out here and proved it this week, and we look forward to seeing what all your young guys do in the future. It's been a good week for you, Coach.
It's been a great week, and I appreciate the tournament. And I appreciate the fact that this is a solid 8-9 teams. When we go in our non-conference play, we kind of get surprised sometimes. But it's just a wonderful conference to be a part of. I think we represent our community well. I did appreciate getting the 5 seed with a pretty weak record, but I totally think we earned it, and we proved that we earned it this week.
Well, we appreciate your time with us, Coach. We'll look forward to seeing you down the road, but congratulations on the win, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Dustin. Always a pleasure. You guys are class acts. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Those are nice words to come from a guy who's a pretty good broadcaster in his own right, Coach Josh Zink, and he'll slip off those headsets. We appreciate his time. Coach Shane Smith has made his way up here from Windsor Stew-Stras, so we will let him get saddled up here. Hand you that headset. So, Coach, earlier in this week I said it's not how you start, it's how you finish, but then sometimes it is how you start. You got behind in this game again, and North Clay just, this time they didn't allow you to get back in that game in the second half.
Yeah, they did a good job. They handled things, and they did what you're supposed to do, is be strong with the ball and let the officials make a call. And I'm not going to make any comments about some of those. We'll move on about that, because I thought my kids were just really, gosh. And we dug our own hole, and then we're out there, we're just busting it in that fourth quarter. Anybody that's out here watching, seeing how hard those kids are playing, and that doesn't always mean you deserve to win, because you're working harder than everybody else. But you can't fault the effort of our kids, because they get down by 10 and they trim it down, and then it go again and they trim it some more. And Josh has got a good team, and they responded every time we hit back. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's not that you didn't put forth a great effort in that second half, and yet we kind of maybe smelled it coming again. Like you take that 14-point deficit, you get it down to 7, and it's like, well, here they come again. They've been doing this all week, and here we go. But you're right. North Clay able to get to the foul line, make those shots, and even with them putting an extra effort on Jackson Gergel, putting their best defender on him, he still finds a way to put 23 points on the board for you, because he's a scorer. That's just what he does.
Yeah, and the other thing is that, if you watch that fourth quarter, Jackson's busting on offense all night long, and then we finally get some other kids open, and we just missed a bunch of shots in the fourth quarter. I think we out-rebounded them by a pretty clear margin, especially in offensive rebounds. We just didn't clear them and get them back up for whatever reason.
And really all week you've been able to give yourself those second and third chance looks. It's been really impressive to see what you do on the offensive glass. But that is one thing you want to see, right? That's only half the battle. The finish is
you got to finish it. Yeah, we got to finish it, and they know that. And then sometimes it's a pile-on moment. You have that happen to you, and then then it happens again and again, and that's just how life is sometimes. But we finished we talked about at the end. We had a great week. They shouldn't hang their heads. They're pretty tore up about it just because of how hard they played all week and all the comebacks they made and everything they did this week. But we talked about let's build we're building.
Going 2-2 this week at this tournament, I mean, that is something to build on too. In the moment you could be disappointed you lost, but that is certainly something that could be a jumping off point to the rest of the year.
Yeah, and we're one of the few teams that got a chance to play 4 games this week, and we made the most of it for the most part. We would have wished to be 3-1 this week, but 2-2 is nothing to shake your head about because it just shows that we came to a pretty tough tournament and showed up.
And one more guy, I just want to talk about Brody Hendrickson again because he got you 8 more tonight. Again, Connor Manhart being covered up defensively, they're really worrying about him. And so somebody else has to step up. Brody twice this week. Yeah, hit some big shots.
Brody's had a great week. Brody's had a great month of January. I'd have to go back and recalculate what our record is since Christmas. But I think going into Christmas, we've got something like 11 wins coming out, 10 wins coming out of Christmas. And Brody and a bunch of other kids who've been stepping up and just changing the way they come about playing the game. And Brody's effort is one of those examples of that.
And in a high school season, it's all. Whatever happens before regionals, it happened, but it's about rounding into shape, and you still have that chance. And your guys, look, we've enjoyed watching them play this week.
Yeah, and it's all about getting better, and I think we've gotten better. And the hope is, in the next 2 weeks, we get just a smidge bit better, and we walk in the regional, and we're ready to go.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. We've, like I said, had fun watching you. We wish you the best of the luck the rest of the way, Coach, and thanks for all your time coming up here
this week.
Thanks,
Doug.
All right, that's Shane Smith from Windsor Stew-Stras. Nice enough to take some time to talk to us, along with Coach Zink from North Clay. So we're getting set for St. Elmo Brownstown and Altamont in the third place game. Matt will still have some individual stats to give you from that consolation championship. Why don't we go ahead and take another break? When we come back, we'll get those stats and we'll get you ready for the last game of the morning session here at Altamont. It's the third place game. Championship at 7:30 tonight. 2 more broadcasts. But one more coming up right now. It's Altamont at St. Elmo Brownstown. It'll be for third place, and it'll be here on 97.9 XFM.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament. Provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country.